Tonight on Fox 10 Investigates, a Chandler father of two who was paralyzed in a shooting has died after battling health issues for a year and a half.
Police arrested a suspect in the case in 2020, but those charges were recently dismissed. Victor Navarro's family wants justice. Here's Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum.
We requested to sit down with the lead detective on this case, but a spokesperson with Chandler PD tells me our questions just can't be answered right now due to an open investigation. Victor Navarro's loved ones aren't getting any answers either. His death now officially ruled a homicide, and before he passed, he also lost hope in the legal system.
When I talk about my son is when the tears come.
The dark living room inside Ofelia Navarro's home tells a story. Her son Victor Navarro spent much of the last year and a half bedridden here, surrounded by medical supplies.
This made him have to be in four walls, as if it was a prison sentence to him.
He once worked as an industrial automation technician. He was also an aspiring rapper. His friends called him Fox for his Harry Potter fandom. He loved art, watching scary movies, and the Raiders. But what mattered most of all, his two daughters. Flashes of nostalgia and memories of what Victor's life once was, along with remnants of what his life became. On December 13, 2020, just before 4 a.m., a party bus arrived at the condo complex near West Chandler Boulevard and Arizona Avenue, where Victor lived. Ofelia says he was up late wrapping Christmas gifts for his girls when he noticed a fight outside. Police say an altercation between several people on the party bus spilled into the parking lot. Ofelia tells me Victor recognized a neighbor's stepson involved and went to help.
He just ran downstairs and said he was gonna go make sure he was okay, and he walked out and he walked into the line of gunfire.
Shot in the stomach and neck, Victor somehow survived, but his life would change forever.
One of the shots that hit him in the neck paralyzed him.
Court documents show the person who rented the party bus had family and friends with him initially. Then the bus picked up a group of 9 in North Scottsdale. What ultimately led to the fight in Chandler is unknown, but we do know the two groups quickly left the scene once shots were fired. Shortly after, police did locate one group they learned to be from Chicago, celebrating a friend's 19th birthday. Documents say that friend is Cameron Booker, who ran off, finally taken into custody 13 hours later. A witness on the bus told detectives he saw Booker holding a 9mm handgun before hearing gunfire, and that Booker later talked about getting rid of the gun in the bushes. The teen was arrested and charged with aggravated assault, but posted a $50,000 bond less than a month later. In May of this year, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office motioned to dismiss the case, saying prosecutors could not proceed.
My son was very disappointed. His faith in the legal system just dwindled to nothing.
MCAO declined our interview, but released this statement. It reads in part, "We are committed to working with Chandler Police to strengthen this case and seek justice for the victim of this shooting." What is the most frustrating part about this investigation?
That the guy who shot him got away. He wasn't prosecuted for it. That they weren't able to get enough evidence, or just the fact that the guy got out on bail and he was living his life while my son was suffering.
Fox 10 asked Chandler PD if witnesses are cooperating. A spokesperson said due to the open investigation, CPD could not respond. Ofelia says there's clearly not a lack of people who watched the shooting unfold.
Or how can you not find somebody to identify the guy that shot him out of 20 people? That just seems ridiculous to me.
Police say they found 8 9mm shell casings on the east side of the entrance here. Victor was found lying on the ground in that area with 2 gunshot wounds that night. But so far from what we see, there are no security cameras on these 2 buildings that could have captured what exactly happened and who pulled the trigger. For Victor, the road to recovery was riddled with health complications and surgery after surgery. until Ophelia says he refused to undergo another.
He just said, "I'm tired." He says, "My mind, I have my mind is great, but my body is tired. And I just can't do anymore."
At 27 years old, Victor spent his final days in hospice and saw his daughters one last time. He passed away on June 17th.
Just kept saying he was sorry, he's sorry. I told him he didn't need to be sorry. It wasn't him.
MCAO tells me a total of 3 prosecutors have been on the case before its dismissal. Time will tell if Chandler PD submits a new case recommending a homicide charge, but Ophelia and her family will continue to fight for justice.
He fought for a year and a half, through everything.
I spoke briefly to Booker's attorney over the phone, but no official comment has been made regarding the dismissal. If you have any information on this case, please contact Chandler Police. For Fox 10 Investigates, I'm Justin Lum.